there has been an upset in Division One women's basketball, and this might be the first of a few tonight. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But number 11 Tennessee lost to number 18 Florida State, and the game was in Tallahassee. Florida State came out firing in the first quarter. They were up 34-20. Yes, they had like a 54-46 lead at half. Tennessee responded at after halftime, because they scored 28 points in the third quarter while only allowing 18. But Florida State had 20 points while Tennessee had 17. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Both teams need to work on their defense in terms of percentage. But Tennessee for the game didn't shoot the ball bad. I mean, 54.7% from the field on 71 attempts. They were even hitting threes like 50% out of 50 out of 20 attempts. But here's the killer in this game for them. They were 56.3% from the free throw line out of 16 attempts. That ain't going to get the job done. You got to make your free throws. Y'all going to have to work on that, Tennessee. You have 47 rebounds, 19 of those offensive, so that was not the problem. 17 assists they had in this game. 5 steals, they had 2 blocks, but 18 turnovers. That's way too much. 16 fouls and 14 points off the bench. Florida State had 21 points off the bench tonight. They didn't shoot good as Tennessee, but it was pretty close. 46.6% on 73 attempts. So they had 2 more shots than you. They even made 59.1% from the 3-point line on 22 attempps. Unlike Tennessee, Florida State made theirs count. 78.6% on from the free throw line on 14 attempts. They got out rebounded big. 47-28. Florida State had a 28, and 12 of those were offensive. Both teams had 17 assists. The steals edge goes to Florida State with 6, and Florida State with 4. Believe it or not, they had 11 turnovers and 15 fouls. So this basically tells me that Tennessee lost this game because of the defense. First of all, not hitting your free throws hurts too, and turnovers. And Tennessee did foul like right after they missed a shot in the fourth quarter, late in the game. It was like around 23 seconds left. Rickea Jackson that fouled. Florida State missed the first one from Alexis Tucker. Alexis Tucker then took the next shot. Okay, I think that device thought I was saying that name, but it's like no. But Tucker made the next shot, and then Rickea Jackson took a shot around 2 seconds. So got the offensive rebound from Jewel Spear, but they couldn't score. So yeah. Man, y'all gonna have to check out the highlights for this game. I'm telling you that much right now. Because it was that tight. Yes, Florida State got out. They were on fire from the jump. But Tennessee battled back. Even took the lead for a little bit. But ultimately, when the game was... After it was like 89-88, Florida State only allowed 2 more points. It was like 109 left, but then Florida State made a 3 to tie it up. But you get the whole point in this game. Tennessee self-inflicted themselves. And maybe they should have called timeout right when they crossed the ball past half court. If they had one, that's the thing. I think they did have a timeout. Use it to set up a play or something. If you had one. I don't know if you did or not. But still. So what is next for Tennessee? they got to regroup and they're gonna play Memphis next at home. Then they got Troy at home. They got number 9 Indiana in a Fort Myers tip-off Island Division. Then they got Oklahoma. That's an NCAA tournament team, but I'm not sure how good they're going to be now because they do have a player that for another starter gone for the year. One of them they lost 3 starters from last year, but one of them for this year is out for the year because of a shoulder. Yeah, so then I don't know how good they're going to be, but you never know. They're probably still a quality team, but well, NCAA maybe, I don't know. Then they got number 10 Notre Dame that we know they got kicked in the pants by South Carolina. I'm saying that figuratively speaking. Look at that game, 29-point beatdown. But there was no Olivia Miles though. That's the thing. So yeah, now Florida State on the other hand, they got Florida next, and luckily they do have 8 days to prepare for that. And both teams need to work on their defense, clearly. Then you give up that many points in the game here. Then they got South Alabama for Florida State. Then they got Northwestern and Arkansas. Arkansas was a WNIT team last year. They were ranked some year ago, but then they just stunk it up and just got out of the NCAA tournament. So they ended up just being WNIT. I mean, that's just the rest of the games for the month for both of these teams here. And of course, you don't want to overlook any particular opponent because you don't want to lose a game that you shouldn't necessarily. And the question will be, how far does Florida State move up in the polls because of this win? And how far does Tennessee drop after this loss? That's going to be interesting to see what happens in the poll next week. And not only that, we know that number 1 LSU lost 2 by 14 points, and it could have been very much a lot more than that. Let's just be clear. Colorado was up 22 points. Even number 7 Ohio State lost, and number 21, like when number 21 USC beat them. So I'm just saying it's gonna be weird. Some shakeups in the poll, and I have to think Ohio State's definitely out of top 10. LSU, I'm going to just venture to guess they're outside the top 5. I really don't think they deserve to be any higher than 5, because until they play somebody legit again. Because when you look at LSU's schedule, they don't play anybody until Virginia Tech. And after Virginia Tech in the non-con, look at the rest of the non-conference slate. Cupcakes. I'm just telling you. Until the SEC. And even then, we'll just wait and see how good the SEC really is. And I have to think UConn's going to have to be number 1 in the country coming up. As long as UConn doesn't lose a game. I would have to think so. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, the ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So I can make money out of this. Of course, liking the video, commenting the video really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help too. By the way, it broadens the audience. Of course, if you're watching, I appreciate it. Okay. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the notification bell as well. And I'm not just talking about the people that are not watching and not subscribed either. I'm talking about anybody in general that has not hit the notification bell. So that's that on this game. And we'll see if there are any other upsets tonight, potentially.